Hi, this is coursework 1 presentation for 70455 SSL for Business Analytics and Intelligence module. This presentation includes the UK home care market analysis. The purpose of this report is to analyze the impact of financial and economic factors on the turnover in the UK. In this slide, there is a graph from IBIS for home care industry revenue in UK. In the UK, home care industry revenue for 2023-24 is projected at 9,019.2 million pounds, reflecting a decline from 2022 to 2023. However, forecasts show a recovery trend with revenue expected to rise in next coming years. This suggests a positive outlook for the industry in the upcoming years. This course is about the business analytics and decision making. I did a literature review on 5 papers related to business analytics and decision making. Here I discussed the literature review on big data analytics in decision making, highlighting key findings from the various studies. These studies highlights how big data analytics impacted the decision making for the businesses. Overall, these studies collectively highlight the critical role of big data analytics in enhancing decision making across various sectors, emphasizing the need of a strong culture and investment in analytics competencies. For my study, the data is collected from FAME for 10 UK home care companies focusing on various financial and operational variables. The key metrics under the analysis include turnover, profit or loss before taxation, net tangible asset, shareholders fund, profit margin, tangible asset, liquidity ratio, return on shares, raised funds, returns on capital employed, and the number of employees. The analysis spanned a time period from 2013 to 2023, allowing to observe trend and changes over the past decade. To analyze the data, I employed descriptive analysis along with the regression analysis utilizing software tools such as SPSS and Excel. This methodology enables to gain insight into the financial health and performance of these companies as well as their operational efficiencies with the home care sector. Here in this slide is the link for a data sheet. Next, in this slide, there's a descriptive analysis. When I looked at the average number of employees from 2013 to 2023, there is overall an increase in the number of employees in the home care sector, whereas turnover also increases from 2013 to 2023. There's an upward trend in it. However, if you look at the average profit loss before taxation from 2020 to 2023, there is an increase in 2018, 19, 20, and a very high increase in 2021, while there is a negative growth in the average profit loss before taxation in 2022 and 2023. So to look at the overall trends, we move further and look at the correlation analysis. In this correlation analysis, it is a statistical method used to assess the strength and directions of the relationship between two variables. It indicates how closely the variables move together, revealing positive, negative, and no correlation, helping to understand the potential association. Correlation analysis indicates high correlation of turnover and profit and loss before taxation with other variables. P values are less than 0.05. In the table, we can see that the p values for almost all the variables for the turnover are less than 0.05 except the return on capital. So it is highly correlated with them. Similar is in the case of profit and loss. It's only for the profit margin. It is not significant, and returns on share funds, it is not significant. Rest of the variables, it is significant. Next, there is a scatter plot and trend line. A scatter plot. In this scatter plot, I used a s- I can we can see a strong linear relationship between our variables as represented by the trend line equation of y, which is turnover is equal to 26.864 into number of employees plus 39722. This indicates that every 1 unit increase in the number of employees, the turnover increase by approximately 26.864 units. And the intercept value of 39722 suggests that the estimated value of turnover when number of employees is zero. Notably, the R square value of 0.7758, meaning that about 77.58% of the variation in turnover can be expressed by linear regression with the number of employees. This high R square value demonstrates a strong correlation indicating that our model fits the data well and are reliable and is reliable making the prediction. Overall, these findings highlight the effectiveness of the trend line in capturing the underlying relationship between the variables and provide a solid basis for further analysis and decision making based on this data. Next, we move to the I move to the simple regression analysis. This will illustrate how one factor directly impacts another, with which is ideal for demonstrating a simple direct correlation within data. The independent variable at here is number of employees, which is often the workforce size can impact the financial performance. Independent variable is turnover. It is the direct indicator of sector growth and can help to assess the impact of workforce. This regression is to assess if an increase in the number of employees associated with an increase in the turnover. And when we look at the regression output and the results, in the we can find that a strong correlation indicated by a multiple R of 0.880812. And this suggests that as the number of employee increases, turnover tends to increase as well. While the R square value of 0.775829 means that approximately 77.58% of the variance in turnover can be explained by the number of employees, demonstrating a solid fit of our model. The intercept coefficient of 39722.2 represent the expected turnover when the number of employee is zero. The coefficient for the number of employee is 26.86386, indicating that for each additional employee turnover increase by approximately 26.86 unit. Importantly, both coefficient have p-value of 0.00, which indicates that these results are statistically significant, meaning we can confident that the relationship observed not due to random chances. Overall, these results suggest strong and meaningful relationship between the number of employees and turnover, with implications for the workforce planning and management strategies. Now moving to the next slide, and so here is the multiple regression analysis from the SPSS. So next again, the multiple regression analysis from the Excel. These result in the multiple regression analysis examining the turnover from 10 UK home care companies from 2013 to 2023. We can observe from here that a very strong overall relationship between the independent variables and turnover, indicating a multiple R value of 0.92, and the high value suggests that the model explains the significant amount of variability in the turnover. The R square value of 0.8480 indicates that the approximately 84.80% of the variance in the turnover can be explained by the independent variable, including the model. Focusing on the significant predictors, the coefficient of the for the number of employees is 23.92. And meaning that for each additional employee, turnover is expected to increase by approximately 23.92. And similarly, liquidity ratio coefficient is 0.1731. So each unit increase in the liquidity ratio turnover increases by 0.17. Both of these coefficients have p-value of 0.00, indicating that the statistical significance of confirming that these relationships are unlikely to be due to the random chances. The intercept coefficient is with the p-value of 0.02, which is also statistically significant. This intercept represent expected turnover when all the independent variable are zero. However, for the other independent variable, the p values are greater than 0.05, indicating that these variables do not significantly contribute to the predicting turnover in the model. So, in summary, our findings suggest that the number of employees and the liquidity ratio are the key driver of turnover in these home care companies. Other financial indicator includes in the analysis do not show significant relationship with turnover during the period of studies. This insight can help to guide management strategy, focusing on workforce and liquidity management to enhance the turnover performance. And next slide is about the references. Thank you very much.